Yes, so now we are going to look deep into the Revit ribbon panel. The Revit ribbon panel, yes. So, if you look at my screen there, so this is the Revit ribbon panel, which we are going to look at into more detail, yes. So, what do we have there? We have first the architectural tab, which is going to be the main focus of this tutorial, of this video tutorial series, right? So we have the architectural tab, and what do we have on the architectural tab? We have the wall tool, which we can use to draw our walls. We have the door tool, which we can use to place doors, and we have the window tool, which you can use to put windows on our drawings. We have the component tool, which we use for placing models and libraries on our drawing. Then we have the column tool, which we use to place architectural columns or to place columns on our drawing. And we have the roof, the ceiling, the floor, the curtain wall system, the curtain wall grid, the mullion, and all these are part of the build. They are part of the build. Yes, we'll look at this into more detail as we start doing a project. As we start doing a project. Alright. And next, we have those which are under circulation. Circulation, we have stairs, we have ramps, we have railing there. Your railing, your ramp, your stairs, you have it there. Then under modeling, model there, we have a model text. If you want to add a 3D text on your model, that's where you can get it. If you want to add a model line, this is a 3D line, a line which is visible in 3D. Yes. We have a model group also. Then we have room area. Under room area, we will look at this in more detail as we go forward with the course. But we have our room there, which you can use to mark your room, a room separator. If you want to separate a room, like you have it's an open plan, then you want to separate the kitchen from the dining, from the lounge, you can use that room separator. Then we have the tag, we have the area tag. All those, we will look into that in more detail. Then we have openings, which you can use to place openings on our own walls. On our drawing, we have walls, we want to put openings, we use this. Then under datum, we have the grid. If you want to add the structural grid there, and the levels for our those levels, level 1, level 2, level 3. Yes, that's what we use there. And under work plan there, where you can set the work plan if you want to work on a slanted plane, on a vertical plane, on a horizontal plane, and all that. Reference plane. That's it under the architectural tab. Then we have the structural tab. That one we are not going to be more worried about it, since this tutorial is for architecture. So, but that's where you get to find all the structural. So this is for the structural guys, the structural engineers working on beams and structural walls and structural columns, trusses and all that. Same as this for steel. So we are not going to be worried about these steel precast systems. We are not going to be worried more about this. Yes. So if you want to customize, you can customize your ribbon. This ribbon, you can customize it and remove some of the tabs which you are not interested in using. So I can show you how you can do that. Yes. So you're on file, you go to options there, you can go to user interface there. Then you can see these we have architectural tab and tools, structural tab and tools, system tabs and tools. All these, you see, you can click there and deactivate what you don't like there. You see, yes, so that's it. So we have another tab which we'll be worried about, which is the annotate. So on the annotate tab, that's where we have our dimension tools. Here we have our dimension tools here. For the aligned, we have the aligned dimension. We'll talk about it later in the projects. And the linear dimension and the angular dimension, the radial dimension, and all that. Then we have here this, we have the spot elevation. How elevated is the spot? You can mark that. We have the spot coordinate. We have the slope there. You can add all that. Then on the detailing tools, here we have a detail line, we have a region, we have a component. This is a detail component where you can be adding those things to put details to your drawings. A detail group, insulation, and all that stuff. Then we have the text. On the text, you can add your text, you can do spell checks. If you are not good with spellings, as I am, you can be doing your spell checks there, and you can be editing your text there. Then we have the tags there, which you can put. You can tag categories, you can tag all. So here, this is where we have that tags, and the symbols and the fill colors. Here you can be changing the colors for your fill. Also the next tab, this is the analyze tab. We are not going to be worried more about this for now. We move on to the massing. On the massing, we have the show mass here, show mass settings. This is where you set if you want to show the mass, or you don't want to show the mass on your portal, on your view portal. Yes. So next we have the in place mass and the place mass. We once talked about this in place mass. This is where you are modeling your mass on the on your project. You are modeling it on the portal there inside the project. In place mass, you are bringing in a mass from the mass family, you know. Then the curtain wall system, the roof, and all that. We talked about it in the previous, but we'll get into more detail as we move on with the project tutorial. And the massing and component, packing component, site component, all that, and all these other, we will talk about them as we move forward. And the collaborate, we are not going to be worried about it much for now. And for the view, this is where you get your 3D view, your section, and all that stuff. So yeah, I can say for now, these are the ones which we are worried about mostly. Okay, so that's it. Oh, also we have the insert tab. I left out that one. Oh yeah, on the insert tab, this one I think we are going to dedicate a full tutorial about this. So this is where we can bring in links from. We are linking another file to the file which we are working on, so that we can edit it there, then we load and update it on this file, you know. We can also add ArchiCAD links, topography link. We can also import CAD, you can import PDF, import images. You can also load family. This is where we are loading family libraries from the families file which we have in our machine. Then load Autodesk family. This is where you get to load family from online, which are from Autodesk, from Autodesk family library. This is where you get to load it. load as group, insert file, and all that stuff. See? So yeah, that's it for the ribbon panel.